with Miss Sharon Pippin with First Baptist Church Fairhope, and I'm just so thankful. She's a great client of ours, and I'd like to start, Sharon, by just tell us a little bit about what you do specifically for the church, and maybe even kind of what the church is known for, or what the church's focus is.
Okay. We are, the First Fairhope has been here for 115 years. I've been here on staff for 41 of those years.
Wow.
But we entered the computer world, and BIS has been a big part of that story. And being a legacy church, which means most of our people are older, they have embraced technology. COVID taught us that they could actually do that. And the computer age has been so much better for us because of the relationship with BIS.
How did we connect?
Well, you may or may not remember, but there was a zebra postcard. It was a jumbo postcard, and it had the keywords, computer, IT needs, and we were running an old peer-to-peer system. And you know what that is, and maybe those watching will know. But we didn't even know a such thing as a server existed until you came on and showed us what could happen. And so we were just blown away with, number one, how fast everything was, how integrated everything was. It made life so much easier.
Yep. And I looked it up because I didn't recall exactly, but that was November of 2003. Wow. And we started in April of 2001, so I don't know if you're our very oldest client, but definitely one of the oldest, for sure. And so, can you, any specific challenge that you faced over literally 22 years, I guess that is, 23 years, any specific challenge that you think of that comes to mind that we helped you through?
Well, let me start back why we were building. After we got one of the servers redone, I don't remember what year it was, honestly, I don't know that. But I had asked your partner at that time, Kevin, about, okay, so what do I do with this big thing if there's a fire? Because the thing was huge and it was heavy. They're not that heavy now, I guess. But he said, well, you go in here and you pop out these three things and you take them out. But, okay, that's doable. Well, 2 weeks later, we had a fire. And so I ran in there and got the drives out and put them in my car. And so we didn't know it at the time, but it was actually writing to those disks, and it cost a pretty penny to restore them. But because of that knowledge and that setup, we were able to get the information restored because that's where all of our data was. And of course, y'all have been our go-to resource for wiring everything. We built a big sanctuary that replaced 2 buildings on campus. Y'all have been with us from the first wire to the wire that we just recently installed in the new choir room. Yep. And you've been a big part of our physical building and our general support. Yeah,
and I would say one thing that really sticks out about your location, you as a person, very innovative, and also y'all have constantly got a project going. And this is probably, I know of any church that we serve, it's definitely the most technology driven with all of the music integration, the video integration, and it's really been challenging for us even to keep pushing us because of the amount of data that you move on a Sunday morning around here is absolutely incredible.
Well, let me mention one other thing too in relation to that is when the pandemic happened, a lot of churches had to scramble to figure out how to do church online. Uh-huh. Well, we were already doing church online. The Lord had put us into the right place, and y'all are our web platform and all of that. So we were able to still offer worship services and meet with our people consistently online because of y'all.
Yep. And so, last question, this is a plug, but if somebody was trying to make a decision about choosing an IT company, what would you tell them about BIS?
Well, I would tell them they needed to look up the number and call you, number one. but the other thing is, it's been a great relationship. They are local. They've been in the business long enough they've stood the test of time. They're not a brand new organization. They are innovative. I know he talked about us, but they are innovative and always looking for ways to make things better for us. And you mentioned several things, you know, cybersecurity and things like that, that it's always good to think about those things. And as a business person, it may not be on your radar because you're trying to get this project done. But what I appreciate is that you bring things to the forefront of our mind that we need to be thinking about.
Yeah. And, you know, really, I just want to thank you for, you know, being you and always supporting us and, you know, always being, you know, telling us and helping us grow as a company where we need to grow. That's, I think, essential, having that relationship where there's that open communication. And, you know, I appreciate the church and how they've, you know, they've been a big supporter of our, you know, of our company as well as this community. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I think that's what life's about.
Right. Well, we appreciate y'all pouring into what we do here. And that's another thing. Y'all know that Sundays are game day for us.
Yep.
We've got to be up and running. And if we're not, y'all don't hesitate to solve a problem. And that's very few and far between, but I know that it's actionable. Y'all jump on it.
Well, thanks again. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cool.